What is rare but not valuable? An original Mega Drive with the HD graphics and stereo sound riding on the top. Took me 15 years to find one, but only cost me £20. How original can it be if it has HD graphics? Edit, never mind. I googled it and then checked mine. Guess mine is inferior. It was no different to the later models, but had a modern connector on the back, which was never used, apart from briefly in Japan. It was my unicorn. I even hid it from my wife, swept it for my other console, and she hasn't noticed yet. Four-leaf clover. When I was a child living in Alaska, I had my first pet, a guinea pig named Alf. Unfortunately, Alf was sick and didn't live too long. We buried him in our front yard. Later, when we were about to move, my parents and I went back to the spot where he was buried and found 4, 5, and 6 leaf clovers. Apparently, it was good for the earth. Today, 30 years later, I still have some of them that my mom made in their Christmas gift for me. When I was a kid, there was a baseball field that was famous for multiple leaf clovers. While I was playing left field, I found a couple of 4s and a 7. Somebody found a 9 before our coach told us to knock it off. Things must have been built on a super fun site. Coach didn't want you getting too close to the secret of the clovers. They spread via root systems, so if you find one, you'll probably find more of them in the same patch, since they're all the same plant. In 1933, the US was using all of its copper for the World War II stuff, so they made a low-grade steel penny coated in zinc. It's the only penny made that will stick to a magnet. It's worth about 9 cents. I'd say that's valuable. It's worth 900% face value. Yes, if you had 1 million of them, you would be 1,000-aire. I'd settle for being 1,000-aire. Being born without limbs. High five. Edit. This is now my most upvoted command and also my most low effort. You have taught me a terrible lesson, Reddit. A book of meditations I own from 18-something, written that was in the library of the Saint Scholastica Monastery. Edit. It's written in Latin. It's worth even less to me because I can read it. Neat looking though. Google Books is a treasure trove in that regard. You know you're special when you buy for $0. My dad owns a few early 1800s books that are pretty much worthless. They used to belong to my friend's family and have annotations and scribbles on them, which are always fun to read. That's so cool. I really like seeing what people have annotated in their books when I buy them from the secondhand bookstore, especially text for literature classes. It's always interesting to see which passages they've highlighted and guess what sort of essay they were writing. Or if they've written notes, it makes interpreting a text much easier. Literal color blindness. Unable to see any color. Hi, checking in. Recently gave up my dream of being a graphic designer. Genetics, my life. Edit. Wow, you guys are so supportive. Thank you so much. Honestly, depending on where you go in graphic design, the field could use people like you. Accessibility for visual media is important. We need people to design things that work for people who are colorblind. I wish devs actually did care about this. Many do. Tons of new games come with colorblind settings. And games like The Outer Worlds were specifically designed to be played without color being crucial for gameplay. IIRC, the lead designer for The Outer Worlds, is colorblind to some degree. Unreal Engine even has built-in colorblind settings for helping out colorblind people a bit. Emeralds in Minecraft. Edit. Thanks for the likes and the award. I just woke up and saw this. It was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Is diamond more rare or emerald? I never saw an emerald ore in my short experience of playing the game. Maybe it is because I was just not looking for it? Emerald is rarer because it is only found in extreme mountains at a certain depth. Diamonds can be found anywhere at Y18 or deeper. Well, that was interesting. Did a little search and found out that diamonds is not on the deepest part. Jesus, I played Minecraft wrong. You can fix that. Diamonds are best mined at Y level 12. There is also a certain technique which increases the efficiency of mining by a lot. Look up diamond strip mining Minecraft on YouTube. Edit. Many people have informed me that it is Y level 11 and the technique is called branch mining. Thank you everyone for the corrections. Ever since figuring out strip mining and making diamonds essentially useless, Minecraft just stops being as fun and challenging quicker. It used to be half the challenge was finding diamonds. You can limit yourself to more natural mining techniques, such as spelunking or building functional mine shafts. They use tracks with chest mine carts to feed into storage sorting systems and auto smelters. Impose your own challenges. Coins made before 1960. Cool, but still just a coin. Edit. All right, Jesus. Yes, I am aware that 1,000-year-old coins are valuable. I meant a coin that you could get as change from a vending machine. US and Canadian dimes and quarters were made of silver before 1960 and into the 60s. Definitely cool and valuable. I heard my boss emptying a roll of quarters into the till one day, and it sounded off. I went up to check, and sure enough, it was a whole roll of late 50s to early 60s. I told him to pull all of those out due to them being worth way more than face value due to the silver content. He didn't believe me at first until I told him to look it up. He ended up pocketing them and put a new roll in, but who knows what he did with those silver quarters. I heard a weird sound once when I went to put some change into the till when a customer paid. 1942 quarter. It's only worth about $3, but I mean, if I spent it, it's worth 25 cents, plus it's still just really cool. A slime staff in Terraria. You'll normally stumble upon it by chance in mid to late hard mode, and at that point it's basically useless. Even in pre-hard mode, it isn't of much use in my opinion. Edit. Okay, it does have some use now that I think about it, but as a general weapon, it's not very good. The slime staff is extremely useful when paired with the lucky coin. Perhaps I got the name wrong, which makes enemies drop money when they're hit. The slime staff will always do useless amounts of damage at a rapid rate, resulting in a treasure's rewards. Actually, you're right, I never thought of that. The lucky coin is another really rare item, though I've never gotten it, unfortunately, and that's probably why I didn't think of that. I'm going to have to farm for one and try it out with a slime staff. $10 bills, hardly in circulation and only worth $10. If you're collecting $2 bills, now is the time to sell them. The United States dollar is very healthy right now at $1. Oh, you can exchange one green rectangle for two green rectangles worth $1 each. It's basically printing free money. Wait until you find about coins. Rarely used, but not rare. You can go to any bank and they will give you all you want. Went to Colombia with a bunch just to hang out as tips to mess with the locals. I used to ref soccer for a team that paid their ref fees in $2 bills. Had a day of their games, so ended with like 60 of them. And then I tried to use some, and this 16-year-old cashier at the movie theater said I couldn't because they were fake and $2 bills aren't real. For my high school graduation gift, my friend's dad gave me $22 bills. Honestly, it's the only gift I remember. Many coins are kinda rare, but only cost a little. I was surprised the penny blank wasn't hardly worth more than a literal penny. The one I had already had the rolled edge, and I was told the edge weren't rolled. It would actually be worth something. Seems to me the mint making the mistake of sending out a blank should be rare enough to make one valuable, but apparently not. Same with off-center stamped pennies. When I was younger, I collected coins, and I can recall buying an antique piggy bank that had some coins in it. I found an off-center struck penny and nearly shit myself. Always heard they were worth a ton of money. Got on eBay, and one similar to mine was going for $20. I guess $20 for a penny is pretty damn good, but I had my hopes set really high.